We're down here at Cut of Whiskey Creek Outfitters, and man, they put us on some deer this week. The man.
Man.
What do you think about that?
Look at that deer.
Deer were everywhere in the field, coming up behind us, in front of us. You couldn't ask for better evening.
Grab your gear and come on with us, heading out from dawn to dusk. Get 'em in your sights and let it fly. Amped up to close the deal and a pocket full of tags for filling. One thing I could say keeps me alive, just killing time.
Hi everybody, welcome to Just Killing Time. This week, we're heading down to North Carolina to hunt with our buddy Clay McPherson at Cut of Whiskey Creek Outfitters.
And what you're going to see on today's show, folks, it's just proof that you don't have to head to the Midwest to kill some good bucks. Let's get right into the action.
We're down here with Cut of Whiskey Creek Outfitters, overlooking a peanut field. I've never hunted a peanut field before, so it ought to be interesting. Came in here yesterday evening, saw some nice bucks. Got a little closer this evening. We got Max right across the way. Me and Buck sitting over here trying to put the double whammy on them. Going to ambush them a little bit because yesterday the closest they got was 385 yards, which obviously is too far for us. So stay with us. We're going to try to get on them. Should be a lot of action. We're going to sit down, hunker down. Good Lord willing, we'll get one on the ground.
Now, as you can see, these deer do in fact like peanuts just as much as Buck does. They came from literally all directions of the compass, out of the hardwoods and into this peanut field. Now, as Mark mentioned earlier, we saw two great bucks out in this field right before dark the evening before. We're all hoping that these bucks show up again. Me personally, I hope they show up on my side of the field. Well, ain't that my luck? It looks like Mark's in the driver's seat this time. Now folks, that's a good buck for anywhere in the country. But consider, we're in northeastern North Carolina at Cut of Whiskey Creek Outfitters, and I think you'll have to agree, they definitely got it going on to grow deer of this size.
There you go, just like Buck was saying, you don't have to be in the Midwest to get into big deer. Stick around, we'll be back in just a moment.
Folks, let's get right back into the action with Mark in the peanut field. The buck is showed up.
That's a stud.
Now Mark's sorta in a dilemma, trying to figure out which one of these deer he wants to take. But you know what? I consider that a good dilemma to be in.
Grab your gear and come on with us, heading out from dawn to dusk. Get 'em in your sights and let it fly. Amped up to close the deal and a pocket full of tags for filling. One thing I could say keeps me alive, just killing time.
You saw it, 90 yards. Had 30 plus deer out in the field. There's still one out there eating. There's still deer out in the field. We're gonna hang tight till dark. Beautiful deer. We're in North Carolina with Cut Whiskey Outfitters, sitting on a peanut field. We have seen a ton of deer down here. Yesterday we were here in the evening. We couldn't get one closer than 385 yards. This evening we come in, try to put the double whammy on them. Got Max on one end of the field, me and Buck on the other end of the field. Luck of the draw. Luckily he came out toward us, made a nice ethical shot on it. Couldn't ask for anything better. Deer were everywhere in the field, coming up behind us, in front of us. You couldn't ask for a better evening.
The man.
Man,
What do you think about that?
look at that deer.
Mark dropped the hammer on him.
That's a gorgeous buck.
Hey man, there's the man.
Good shot, Mark.
Thank you, sir. Thank you,
Nice
sir.
buck. This is old tall times. We've seen him several times this summer. That's a real nice buck.
Well, we'll be glad to get him back to camp.
Folks, now we get to the comedy relief portion of the show with my old buddy Buck here. He's up to bat.
Watch and learn, man. Watch and learn. Let's get right into the action.
Well, folks, I'm getting to carry the gun this morning. Mark, he tagged on a nice standpoint last night, man. I mean, a beautiful deer. We're down here with Cut Whiskey Creek Outfitters. We just set up in along a creek bed here this morning. We've been in the stand for a little while.
Now, one thing Clay McPherson of Cut Whiskey Creek Outfitters encourages all his hunters to do is, if the opportunity presents itself, to take some antlerless deer out of his herd and help his management program. That being said, I think this old girl, she's probably in trouble.
Right there. You want her? Yeah. I don't know if I hit her or not.
Well, we just climbed down out stand. We're going down here and see if I hit that doe. I don't know, man. I think I hit her. I think I shot in front of her. Like I said, I was wedged in between two limbs up top, trying to use that one limb for rest. And when she walked, we had to whistle to stop her. I couldn't come any further, so I know I made a quick shot, but I don't know. We'll walk over until we can find any blood. So if not, oh well, you can't get them all. Here we go. Got blood here, so we did hit the doe. Out through here. Got good blood right here. Mark, you see what we got to go into, don't you? Why couldn't I get after in her tracks? But anyway, we got some blood heading into the thicket here, so come on. You know, Clay down here at Cut Whiskey Creek Outfitters, he wanted us to take a couple does just to help his management. You don't have to tell me that but once, buddy. I love shooting does. So now I guess I'm horn hunting. I got another day left in camp. Mark and Max, they'll be around a couple days after I leave, so I wanted to get some meat on the ground, so I got some back straps to take home to the freezer. Cut Whiskey Creek Outfitters down here in North Carolina. Clay will put you on some deer, I can tell you. Now we gotta get this girl out of this brush pile.
Hey, where's your big buck at? Like Mark.
Hey, I gotta get some meat in the freezer. I still got this evening to hunt.
Hey, Clay, Cut a Whiskey. Pick it up. Old Buck's looking for a buck.
As darkness sets in, it looks like I may have made the correct call. But then again, maybe I didn't.
Dude, that's a nice one. That's a nice deer, man.
we was getting ready to pack it up and head in, and we had a doe and a little one come out of these pines behind us. It's kind of what they told us it was gonna happen, but it was late. I don't know how good the footage is. I think I hit the deer. It looked like a good buck. You saw what happened last night. It happened late and it happened quick. And so we decided to back out, like they say, when in doubt, back out. We went back to camp. They had some beer canned chicken ready for us. I mean, they had the meal prepared for us last night. We reviewed the footage and thought we hit him back a little bit. So hey, we backed out and decided to wait till this morning. So like they say, man, you hit a deer back, you ought to give him at least 8 hours. So we just get him all night. But he's not real wide, but he's a 9-point that Clay has all kinds of trail camera pictures of, and he knew exactly what deer. Matter of fact, he showed us last night when we got back and told him about it and described it to him, and he showed us, and it was the deer. He, man, pretty 9-point to get all kinds of pictures of. They put you on some deer down there at Cuttawhiskey Creek. I'm just tickled to death with this bad boy. Man, thank you, Lord. I got the game sled with me, folks. I'm gonna drag him to the road, and then I'm gonna get the backpacker in here. I'm gonna take the easy way out.
If you'd like to experience the fantastic hunting as seen on today's show, contact Mr. Clay McPherson of Cuttawhiskey Creek Outfitters at 252-333-2279 or on the web at CWC Outfitters or JKTTV.com.